So, I know a lot of people might not watch this video, but I want to make it so I can at least start somewhere on getting my voice heard. So, obviously, there was a huge hurricane in Texas, and it has been a really huge effect on a lot of people there. And everybody's talking about how this could be about the climate change, and I feel that if we don't do something about climate change, children today won't have a future. And what I mean by this is that our planet has gotten warmer, and the oceans have risen about 12 inches since the last decade. And I also apologize in advance if any of my facts are wrong. I'm just kind of going with what I learned. But what I've heard about is that we, as humans, we use a lot of energy, fossil fuels, etc., etc. But we really don't care about trying to recycle those fossil fuels. And our president in 2017, Donald Trump, does not believe in climate change. And this could have a great effect on us because if he doesn't do anything about it, there's no way we can change anything. Now, the planet has warmed up because of one of the reasons is because of humans breathing out carbon dioxide, and that's going into the air. There aren't enough trees for the carbon dioxide to be turned back into oxygen for us. So it's basically heating up the planet. And this is really bad because as the planet heats up, the glaciers melt and the oceans rise. But that means as the glacier, like let's say it's 2035 and all the glaciers are gone, we can now struggle with certain drought because we'll have flooding. Drought will start becoming a problem and species will start going extinct because the oceans will warm up first of all, causing animals who need certain temperatures to live to die, and that will not be good for us because a lot of people rely on the ocean as a life source for their food. Now, yes, it is pretty difficult to get this out because it seems that a lot of people don't care. We have everything we need in a tiny phone because we could just Google something, we can just go to the store, we can buy things, we can do everything just there. We don't have to go out and get stuff. And this is because we've advanced from when we started using technology. But this advancement has also led to problems in our climate and our atmosphere. And the reason these happened is mostly because of the energy. It needs to go somewhere, but if it has nowhere to go, it'll stay in one place. So that means all the energy we use will be left in our air, and it'll basically heat up the air. Now, I do remember watching a series, and it had Neil deGrasse Tyson. He talked about this, and it showed that in my future, that we could be struggling from a drought if we do not do anything from this, and more species will be going extinct. Now, we know how we've had these mass extinctions like the dinosaurs, yada yada, but I'm worried. I know this sounds stupid, but I'm worried that we are going to be the next mass extinction, excuse me, and we'll probably be the cause of this. So I heard that I definitely want to be an astronaut when I grow up. But we are working on a ship right now in NASA that is going to be able to take people to Mars. And this is great. I mean, it's wonderful. But we got to think about it. Before we start inhabiting another planet and discovering what's out there to move and do all that, we need to care for our planet first. We all started here. I don't know. I'm not going to start with I don't know how, because we don't know how humans started, basically. But I do know that this is our home and we need to love it. It's like going home to your house and you care for it by cleaning it, you pay the bills, you do all that. And this is our planet. We have to clean it up. There's so much pollution. There's pollutions in the water, the air. It's not good. And it's just a big struggle. Now, nobody's going to watch this, but I just want to say you can help this and try and step in and fix it by recycling more, unplugging things you aren't using. And what I mean by that is, yes, you turn off like the TV, but sorry about that. But when it comes to other things, we can't do anything about that because it's just we can't. I mean, I lost what I was going to say. We just need to start recycling more, and we need to start realizing that we're running low on a lot. We are damaging ourselves, our home, our habitats. And I believe there's something that's going to happen soon about a rainforest being completely chopped down for land by the government, and this is not helping. The more trees we just chop down for paper, wood, houses, it doesn't help. And yes, we are a growing species. There's more than 7 million people on this planet, but before we know it, there's going to be a lot more. And in my future, we aren't going to be able to do very much about that. And let's say I want to do something but I can't because of drought. You can't, it's just difficult. A lot of people don't realize how bad this is. Like I said, Trump doesn't believe in climate change because he thinks this is all just a hoax because, he's Trump. I just think that we need to step up, and do something about this. We need to plant more plants, recycle more, turn off electronics. We just need to take shorter showers. Sorry, my dog's in the background. And we just need to do all of this because before we know it, we won't be able to even shower if we can even get lucky enough to get water. Now, we could be having a warm-up or a freeze, but it's most likely the chance of a warm-up. Now, Harvey, there's a lot of people saying that climate change has been the reason that Harvey was such a horrible hurricane and just problem on Texas. And I feel horrible. I know it's just so rough for everybody out there, and I hope everybody's safe. I really do. I hope everybody gets back on their feet, but we need to bring this to attention that we need to do something. It's obvious to us that we can't just live and ignore these conditions. We need to do something about it. And we need to do it now, not when it's too late and we can't even plant a tree.